I got a little treat for y'all tonight. We're gonna see if he's still got some magic in that mic.
Whoa, that is a highly anticipated movie of the summer, Magic Mike XXL. The movie blockbuster season is now upon us once again this year, and everyone will find probably something to watch. Here with us with some highlights this morning, BBC.com Deputy Culture Editor Christian Blauvelt. Thank you again for coming back.
So happy to be here. Thanks, Andrea.
So we were just looking at a little clip from Magic Mike, one of the big sequels coming out.
For sure. It's certainly one of the most anticipated sequels by women this summer. And, you know, the first Magic Mike was a huge hit. It made over $100 million at the box office in 2012. This time, the Kings of Tampa are back. Channing Tatum, Joe Manganiello, Matt Bomer. This time, they're going to a stripper convention in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
All right.
Yeah, it's really funny. I love the first film because it was actually shot in my hometown of Tampa. Okay. So it's kind of biographical for me, as you can tell.
Goodness. Well, let's switch gears and talk about, there's a lot of female-driven comedies coming out this summer.
Totally, yeah, absolutely. You know, Hollywood gets a lot of criticism, rightly, for ignoring women a lot of times. But this summer, it's correcting that a little bit. We've got Spy with Melissa McCarthy. She plays an operative for the CIA who's never actually been out in the field before. She has to become a secret agent for the first time. She's like totally in over her head, and she has to take down an evil arms dealer played by Rose Byrne. It should be really funny. It's from the director of Bridesmaids. Also, we've got Trainwreck, starring Amy Schumer, one of the funniest comics today, also written by Amy Schumer. And it's kind of like a look at modern relationships and some of the double standards that women have to face. Yeah, it should be really interesting. Both those movies drew raves at South by Southwest when they premiered. And
Pitch Perfect 2 just came out last weekend. That's one of my favorites. I still haven't seen it yet.
I know you're a big fan. Talk about a hit. That made over $70 million its first weekend. An absolute smash. Anna Kendrick and her a cappella choir will be back, I'm sure, for more.
Awesome. So let's talk about the big blockbuster you think will be huge this summer.
Totally, yeah, Jurassic World. It's been 22 years since the first Jurassic Park movie. It's been that long, which is crazy. And that movie, you know, was about a theme park was planned that was going to have cloned dinosaurs as the attraction. It was on a remote island. Now, in this movie, the theme park is finally open for visitors. Mayhem will ensue.
And there are a few other blockbusters coming out as well.
For sure. There's Terminator Genesis. Arnold Schwarzenegger said he'd be back. He is in this film. And also Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Tom Cruise performing all his own stunts again.
It makes my palms sweat every time I see him, knowing that he does them himself. So let's switch gears, talk about kids and what's coming out for kids this summer.
The best movie for kids this summer by far, Inside Out. This film actually just premiered at the Cannes Film Festival. It drew absolute raves. It's the kind of movie that will also appeal a lot to adults as well as kids. It's very cerebral. It's literally cerebral. It takes place entirely inside a young girl's mind. It's about her emotions, fear, sadness, joy, as she makes sense of the world. It's really something.
And the animation is different than the cartoons that we grew up with, too.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, this is a Pixar production. It's computer generated. Yeah, many are saying it's their best film since Toy Story 3 in 2010.
Lastly, let's talk about a smart indie film you picked for adults.
Yes, Love and Mercy. This film looks incredible. It is a biopic of Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys, played by two great actors. John Cusack plays the older Brian Wilson, and Paul Dano plays Wilson during his Beach Boys heyday in the 60s. It's really kind of a kaleidoscopic vision of what made his sound unique, what made him such a singular American artist.
That looks like a good movie.
Yeah, our critic Owen Gleiberman gave it 5 stars when he reviewed it at the Toronto Film Festival last year.
And just a good rule of thumb for people heading to the movies this summer, maybe avoid the movies that come out in August.
August is usually the dead zone.
Okay.
Yeah, that's usually where bad movies go to die.
Oh, goodness. All right. Well, Christian, thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, thank you, Andrea.
We so appreciate it. If you missed any part of this segment, you can head to our website, cbsnewyork.com. This is CBS 2 News Sunday Morning. We'll be right back.